Disinfluence. Just came back from Batman vs Superman, and let's talk about it. Uh, let me get right. Let me get right here. So this would be spoiler filled, I should say. Um, I was gonna do a spoiler free, but I don't think I could do it. Like it'd just be a generalized discussion. So I'd rather do spoiler full. The movie came out last Friday, so I'm thinking everybody saw it. It made like some crazy ass number. This is gonna be spoiler full. Um, okay, I know a lot of people didn't like the movie. A lot of critics. I don't watch movies. I don't look at critics. I go to watch movies for myself. I'm gonna start off saying I liked the movie. Thought it was good. Thought the action sequences were great. I thought the story was good, but I can see why people didn't like it. I thought the movie was made for comic book fans, people that were strictly into the comics, because they didn't develop a lot of the character. I guess they went on the premise that you already know who Batman is because we had so many damn Batman movies. You already know who Superman is. You had Man of Steel directly from Man of Steel. If you didn't see that, I would see that first. But even with that said, like it wasn't a lot of character development. It just seemed like stuff was going on. Even with Batman and I'm gonna be all over the place, just because of how I remember shit. When Batman, had his dream sequences, like it's a lot of Easter eggs. Like I can't even say Easter eggs because it's obvious stuff if you read the comic books. Like it's obvious, but to the regular viewer that's not into the comics that just want to go see Batman versus Superman, like they're not gonna like this movie. I mean, for one, they don't fight that much. Like they fight, it's a little sequence. The sequence is dope as hell. But it's not the whole movie. Like the movie is very story driven. The first act is very non-action dialogue. Going it develops the characters somewhat, but still you don't know what's going on. Like I was saying with the dream sequences with Batman. Like in the one sequence, which is one of my favorites, which is the desert sequence, which is like um what the hell? I can't even think. But when Superman goes bad, because I guess Lois Lane died, and Superman's like basically a god, and he's like taking over. So like that sequence, like with the parademons, you have the Omega symbol. I think that's what it's called, Dark Side symbol. Like you have no idea whatsoever what the fuck that is. If like my girl was like, the hell's going on? She liked the movie too, to tell you the truth, but she has not read a comic book to save her life. I tried to explain a lot of stuff to her beforehand, like as far as where all the source material is coming from. I know a lot of people don't know that. Well, a lot of people do know, but The Dark Knight Returns with Frank Miller, like, is a lot of the source material. And spoiler, Death of Superman, like they took from that. I was pleasantly surprised. Like that shit surprised the shit out of me. Cause I was and it was funny because I don't normally explain the movie to my lady while we're watching it, and she doesn't ask, which I know some people ask, like that's annoying, but she doesn't do that. Like she'll watch it and then she'll ask later, which is cool. But I was actually explaining to her just a little bit. I was like, "That's Doomsday," just so she knew a little bit of what was going on. Because like even that part, like Lex just takes Zod's body and makes this creature, and people are like, "Why did he do that?" You know, I mean, ultimately to destroy Superman, but you know, they don't know where the reference is coming from. So I was just like, that's Doomsday, and in the comic, he actually kills Superman, and then this shit happens, and I'm like, oh. But to get back to the dream sequences, like it's weird because in one of the sequences, Flash comes and tells him you're right, and you know, save her. Like I'm assuming Lois, but then he saves Superman's mom, Martha Kent, and I'm like, maybe he's talking about Martha. Um, I mean, it makes more sense that he was talking about Martha because I believe maybe it wasn't a dream. Maybe Flash came back in time to tell him this because, you know, Flash can do that. But again, if you don't know that Flash, you know, you don't know the Flash character, you have no idea why, like who that is and why is he there. And then it's like a dream. But it's almost like Inception because I think I don't know. I only saw the movie once, so I'm trying to remember everything. But with Bruce Wayne, like I said, they got a lot of the material from The Dark Knight Returns, and he's very brutal in that. Frank Miller, I mean, that's one of my favorite books, and Frank Miller, like, you know, this is a hardened older Batman in that book. And he, you know, he hasn't been Batman for a while. Now, I don't know. They didn't explain that. I don't know if he's been Batman or hasn't been Batman or, you know, what's going on with that. Like, it seemed like he's, you know, everything was up and running. But I don't know because they just don't explain it. Like, I knew the source material, so, like, people were upset because he was killing people. I mean, for one, he killed people in other movies. Like, inadvertently, I mean, you blow up a car with somebody in it, most likely they're dead. Like, he did that shit in 1989 Batman, you know, Michael Keaton Batman. Like, and that wasn't even, I mean, that was the best Batman we had then, up until then, but, like, you know, that wasn't really Batman. So, I mean, this Batman is a lot more brutal. Like, even the fight scene, which is, I think, one of the greatest, like, I was blown away by that fight scene when he comes through the floor when he's going to rescue Martha Kent. Like, that fight scene is just straight out the video game, straight out of the comic. Like how he engages a number of people because Batman, you know, Batman was trained, you know, I mean, by the League of Assassins, like to engage, like he can engage hundreds of people at once if he wants to, with all of his, you know, gadgets and the trickery of ninja. Like, basically, he's a ninja with billions of dollars, you know. So people, you know, I don't even know if a lot of people understand Batman on that level. He always gets the job done, as you see, which wasn't no surprise to me because they took right out the book just about, you know, in the book Green Arrow shot him with the stuff and helped Batman, but you know, they basically was the same thing. He had the gun with the exploding kryptonite dust, and he breathed it in, and then he proceeded to fuck him up, and that's what he did. Like in the comic book, I mean, it just, you know, it's directly from that material. So with the brutalness of Batman, it didn't surprise me. I was kind of cool with it. I like that they made him the fed up Batman because that's what happened. Like, basically, he retired, then he came back because he was like fed up with the shit. Like stuff was running wild, and he's like, look, you know, I'm done playing with y'all. Like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, if you die, you die. Like, I'm not trying to kill you, but if I punch you in your neck and crush your larynx, like, it is what it is. So, I mean, that's just where Batman is. But they didn't explain that. Like, they didn't develop that. Even with Robin, like, they went past the Robin suit. They hinted at things. Like, it was a lot of stuff in this movie. I don't want this video to be super, super long. You know, like with the Robin. Lost my train of thought. Like, the Robin costume. Like, we know the Joker killed Robin. I mean, in the Killing Joke. Like, which is another book. He killed Jason Todd, which is one of the Robins. He killed him with a crowbar, and the suit was there, spray painted. So us comic book fans knew what that reference was, but most people didn't. Most people was not gonna know. Just core fans, which I'm sure there is a lot of. So I can say, like, this movie reminds me of Watchmen. I can't say exactly like Watchmen. Like, Watchmen was exactly like the graphic novel. This isn't exactly. I mean, it's taking bits and pieces from different spots. What else was good? I'm trying to get my good. I mean, the good. I mean, overall, I think it was a great movie. I think, I enjoyed it, and I want to see it again just to see what I missed. Like, even the cameos of the Justice League, like, it felt weird to me. Those, like, it kind of worked because she was, Wonder Woman was on the computer and clicking on these files that Lex had on MetaHumans. And she clicked each one, and it showed a little part of Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman, and she was on there too, of course. But I don't know. It felt forced into the movie to me, because it was just out of nowhere. Like, even the Aquaman scene, I thought Aquaman was gonna have a bigger scene, but he's like, underwater. Like, I don't know what he did. I don't know if he shot with his pitchfork or he swam. Like, he shot out of the wreck because they were looking. I don't know. I don't know what he did, but it just felt like it was stuck in there. I mean, you had the one Flash scene where he was coming back. I believe he was coming back from the future. I mean, Flash, Flash can time travel. But again, I said that before, but again, like, a lot of people, my lady knew because I watch Flash on TV, and she watches it sometimes, so she sees, how he time traveled, and she put it together because she's brilliant. But I mean, the normal person is not going to be able to understand that if they don't know anything about the Justice League or Flash or any of them. And Cyborg, I thought Cyborg was great. Like, I thought that was great with I think it was a mother box. I don't know. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't collected comic books in a very long time, but I'm still interested in them. So I'm just remembering source material, and I believe that's what created Cyborg. Like, his father was trying to, make him, and the box like took over, basically, or trying to save him. I don't know, but that was the scene. Like, his dad was there, like, saying he was dying, and then you see the mother box like take over. So that's exciting. It's exciting that we're gonna get a Justice League movie. I just think I'm gonna give my synopsis. I know I missed a lot. It's a long movie. I'm fine with the length. I like long movies. I mean, it actually could have been longer for the amount of stuff that they put in this movie. Like, it's just so much in there, and I don't think they gave proper time to each thing. Like, even fighting Doomsday, like, it was a little, and that battle was great. Like, Wonder Woman, absolutely crazy, like, fantastic. Like, I loved her. And it's funny because when they announced castings, I was mad at Wonder Woman casting. I was mad at Lex Luthor casting. I didn't talk about Lex too much. I was mad at Ben Affleck's casting. Henry Cavill, I liked him as Superman. I liked Man of Steel. So, like, those three, I was the three main people. Like, I was upset, but Ben Affleck did an absolute great job. Like, that's Bruce Wayne. Like, he's Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like, even in the suit, I dare to be blasphemous and say he's been the best Batman, but I don't think we got enough material from him to know. But acting wise, like he encompassed Batman at that time in his life, like hardened Don't give a fuck. Like, even that line he had when he was like, you know, if there's a 1% chance, like, that's Batman. Like if there's a 1% chance that he's bad, we gotta destroy him because he can destroy the world. Like no nonsense. Like, look, I ain't leaving nothing to chance. Like, Batman always finds a way. So that was great. Gal Gadot did absolutely fantastic. Like, she was Wonder Woman, and you know, I hats off to her. I thought she was too skinny. I thought she was, you know, at first, but obviously she worked out. Obviously she encompasses Wonder Woman. Like, that's her. So I hope she signed on for the rest of the movies. I don't know. I don't do too much research on that stuff. Like, I'm just, you know, I enjoy the movies. I enjoy my childhood. Like, been waiting for these movies for 25 years. Like since I started, longer than that, since I started collecting comics. And even Lex, like, I was a little disappointed it was Lex Jr. A lot of people didn't catch that. I mean, they knew, but he says it, you know, he when he introduced himself one time, he's like Lex, he's like Jr., you know. So, I'm a little, I don't know. Like, I don't know why they chose, like, the timeline to me is all messed up. I mean, I can't say it's messed up because it's a movie. They choose different timelines in movies. That's what they do. Marvel does the same thing. But this is like weird. The timeline's weird to me because I try to compare it to the books that it's getting the source material from, and it's all over the place. You know, like, they're just meeting as the Justice League. Like, they're just coming together. And in, you know, Dark Knight Returns, like, Justice League disbanded, and it's been 20 years. Like, and they're just, you know, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are just friends. Yeah, I did see a meme that was kind of hilarious, and it was Batman and Superman like facing off, and then somebody said, "Oh, your mother is Martha. My mother's Martha. We're besties." Like, that's what it seemed like. Like, it was no cut and dry. I understand why, you know, Bruce Wayne's mother is Martha Kent, and I mean Bruce Wayne, not Bruce Wayne. Superman's mom is Martha Kent, and Bruce Wayne's mom is Martha Wayne. So their mothers share the same name, and when Bruce heard Martha, of course it brings back those memories of, you know, his family being murdered, and like, he, you know, he's upset, but then he empathizes with him, like, you know, my mom's gonna get killed if you don't save her. So, you know, but it was weird to me because it just like automatic, like, Batman just was like, oh, okay, I go. You know, like, it was I don't know. It just wasn't enough there for me that particular moment. But like I said, overall, I feel like the movie was a good movie. It was definitely for the comic book fans. Like it or not like it, like, and don't go in there with, you know, thinking it's gonna be an action movie. Don't go in there and thinking it's gonna be a Marvel movie. Like, that's the thing. Like, some people are mad at how dark it was and no comic relief. I don't think it needed comic relief. I think it should have been dark. Like shit's going down. Like, you're gonna die. You know, like, I wish Marvel would get deeper into it. I think that's why I like Civil War, or, you know, I didn't see Civil War, but I think that's why I like the Captain America movies and seeing people doing Civil War. So that's why I said that. But there's not a lot. Like, the Captain America Winter Soldier, there wasn't a lot of jokes. You know, it felt dark to me. So I like a dark comic book movie. I think most of the movie should be dark. And there was a little bit of comic relief here and there. And I think it was put in well in Batman vs. Superman. So, I guess that's it. I don't want this video to be an hour long. Let me know what you thought of the movie. Subscribe. You know, I'm new to the videos, so I need all the subscriptions I can get. I'm gonna try to get better. I know some of my videos probably suck, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'm learning as I go, so I'm gonna get back at you.